All right, I think we're on there. Hey, good work today. SpongeBob is smart right now. SpongeBob is a genius. We live. We are live. And guess what? This is the last Sunday Bars of 2022. What do you mean the last? The last meaning, this is 52 straight Sunday Bars. 52 straight. Today is December 25th, 2022, Sunday. The last Sunday of Sunday Bars of 2022. 52 straight lectures. Today's last topic is your full help mate versus your bitter half. Your full help mate versus your bitter half. Today's lecture intentions is to wake up all compatible listeners and viewers. All right? So, I want to start it off with a show disclaimer. Can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm doing this at the very beginning to set the record straight, and then we're going straight into it. Now, this particular lecture is under the umbrella of a helpmate, meaning help you to excel, not help you to steal from you, not help you to control you, not help you to manipulate you. Because all of those intentions come with different karmas, or reaping and sowings, or cause and effects that I'm not interested in experiencing. So, what I'm covering this morning is a full helpmate. A full helpmate that best assists you with making it from A to Z of your plans, projects, or life purpose. Now, would you agree everyone needs things done? Would you agree? Everyone needs things done, inside and outside of their control. No, do everything on your own. Would you agree everyone needs things done inside and outside of their control? In this narcissistic society, I think we got control down pat. But let me give you the definition of control so we can talk about the stuff outside of your control. The definition of control is the power to influence or direct people's behavior or the course of events. So, if control is in the dictionary and we push duality around here, then there should be in the dictionary an opposite word to control, such as powerless, helplessness, incapacitation, uselessness, chaos, inability, to name a few. Which means by law, there are things that all of us are not good at, which means we are born to receive the right or wrong help. The right or wrong help. He must be talking about free will. The right or wrong help. Wrong help leads to off-balance independence, which can be suicidal. And keep that in context. Because the right help matters. So if everyone needs to get things done, let's go back to needing things. I need to get this done. So if everyone needs to get things done, means humans need to get things done inside and outside their control. So help, assistance, consulting, employment, or outsourcing is needed because we can't control everything, right? I'm keeping my fingers crossed because hopefully everybody can come to grips of, yeah, you're right, I do need control because you can't be all these things. So, according to duality, which means multiple, because again, people always think I just look at duality like up, down, boy, girl, dry, wet, skinny, fat, good, evil, God, devil, nothing, something. Every problem has a solution. But if you really look at it, duality has a shadow. So in my deeper classes, According to duality, which means multiple things can and will exist at the same time. And the opposite definition of control means that there will be people that are powerless, helpless, useless, chaotic, and lack the ability to give you full help, let alone give themselves full help. And I'm not talking about fools like foolish. I'm talking about help themselves fully. You mad at them helping you fully, they can't even help themselves fully. Once you get to that realization. So the law of duality, this might not be nice in this Christmas, but the law of duality is against you calling everybody kings, queens, princes, princesses, leaders, etc. Because until we know it, it's nothing more than potential power. Let me ask you a question. Which one hurts more? One or two? One, a potential ass whooping. Two, an actual ass whooping. Which one hurts more? Potential or actual? It's nothing more than potential power because you're not doing nothing with it. But I could do something with it. I'm done arguing with you. Most entrepreneurs can become very, 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 very successful if they get about 7 to 9 major tasks done. I don't care what products or projects they are working on. If they and their team can successfully complete about 7 to 9 tasks, it's showtime. See, you gonna try to be deep. I'm not gonna try to be deep. Let's just see how completing 7 tasks could work with making a simple grilled cheese sandwich for the listeners in the back. Number 1, you need to know where the food is. Number 2, you need to have money in the economic society. Number 3, you need bread or a bread-like substance for the people who want to argue about food. Number 4, you need cheese. 5, you need to be able to make it hot. 6, you put it together. 7, you eat it. Took about 7 tasks to get a grilled cheese sandwich going. So it took about 7 tasks to fully complete it, to take that so-called invisible ideal into the reality of your stomach. Now imagine having a life purpose and experiencing momentary problems while knowing and working on your life purpose and having access to full help is amazing during those times. Would you agree? Imagine being born to do great things, but you need 50 tasks completed to fully shine in its power. So again, you're born to do the greatest things on the planet, but you need 50 tasks done, completed. And it's not no grilled cheese sandwich. But you keep meeting people who can only help you with 20 or 30 of those tasks. When you needed 50 tasks done, fully, completely done. Let me pause right now. Because I know all the leaders and all the independent people are probably talking crazy right now, so let's pause and let's let them get it out. You probably heard, I don't need nobody, watch how deep we take this, but let them get it out and then boom, let's cut it. Now remember, this need, I don't need. This need, I don't need. This need is for things outside of your control. Right, I don't hear them either. Some people say, well, outsource what you need help with that's outside of your control. And I like that. And gradually get to know the people that you outsource with until you have completed your current teams or channels of getting things done. That's cool. But I also said current teams become, I said current teams. And the only reason why I said current teams is because some people, in some people's lives, your team may consistently change. And I found out due to two reasons. Number one, you're crazy. It's probably your team's changed because they found out you're crazy. And being crazy makes teams change. Or, or number two, Deion Sanders like opportunities keep coming to you, and you need bigger teammates for bigger wins. Yeah. Forget all of y'all. I'm going higher places. I need bigger teammates for these bigger wins. More rings. This also can be a gamble. You play at craps. Calling new bigger. That's new. You don't know if that's bigger. That's new. This could be a gamble, calling new bigger, when you could have brought your old staff with you, up with you. Watch this. But that's a gamble too, because I've seen in other times where that's a bad idea. They wasn't ready for that leap. So again, I love the law of duality because it's like it's up in the air. You just got to see how it turns out to really be like, okay, in hindsight, good move, Deion Sanders, or bro, you should have stayed at Jackson. Oh my God, we didn't know. You just don't know. But again, you should hope for the best. Now, some people say don't settle for only receiving 20 or 30 tasks of help if you need 50 tasks done. The bad news about this method is most, if not all of those people, they're still waiting on the person that can do all 50 tasks for them. Until you attract the best team, become an outsourcing master and upgrade it. Become an outsourcing master and then upgrade that, son. The definition of hypergamy is the action of marrying, like you mirror, not mirror, you marry. I don't know where that came from. I said mirror and marry. A lot of y'all are married to mirrors. But no, marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior or psychological or sociological or educational background from a leveling up perspective. Hypergamy. I truly believe I truly believe that many women view hypergamy wrong. Now this is good. Hopefully y'all like this. But I don't care if y'all don't like this. I promise you I like it. I truly believe that many women, girl, he said all women. I truly believe that many women, he said only black women. I truly believe that many women view hypergamy wrong. Instead of jumping from one relationship to the next, always trying to find the best one, help meet that one man to keep becoming better and better and better, which fits perfectly for your hypergamous nature. Have you ever been on the verge of breaking up with someone and you say to yourself, I don't even know who he is anymore, or I don't know who she is anymore? Since I'm talking to the ladies right now, I have good news for women all over the world. It works on the positive end too. Imagine fully help meeting your man to levels where at least 4 times a year, give it 4 quarters, you say to yourself, I don't even know who he is anymore, in a good way. Now this is a lot of women. Well, what does a help meet in your context? And I say a help meet is a helpful companion or partner, especially one's wife. This is women. How does being a helpmeet or helpmate benefit me? I didn't say all women, because I know some women like, let's address this. Helping better a man, which co-creates a better man that you are connected to. So again, don't just do this for everybody unless you're a consultant. But helping to better a man, which co-creates a better man that you are connected to. Nuh-uh, we divorced. That you are connected to. Nuh-uh, we broke up. That you are connected to. We don't have sex no more. That you are connected to. We used to have sex. Yeah, that connects you. Oh, and you have children, you silly. Oh, yeah, we do have children. Oh, yeah, we are connected. You had a divorce or broke up because you were together, right? Yeah. But you split apart from a human standpoint, but show me the breakups of energies and vibrations and spirits and time and memories. And so helping better a man, which co-creates a better man that you are connected to, also enhances the helper physically, spiritually, and financially. Unless you're in a hot girl summer, which places your relationship into chaotic energies. What'd you say? Which places your relationship into chaotic energies. I have help. Help has arrived. Clap it up for help. I'm letting y'all in on my women's workshops I used to do it. Here we go. Hello, ladies. Hello, Jason. Raise your hand if you have experienced accomplishments. Raise your hand if you've ever experienced accomplishments. So all the women raise their hand. So I say, how many of you experience every accomplishment with zero help from women or men and the inventions of other humans that existed before you? You literally did it all on your own. So after arguing, debating, and ducking furniture and throwing the furniture back into the crowd, they all said no. And I'm going to say it like this. I'm not being sarcastic, but again, it was a lot of... But we eventually got to the point where they said no. We receive forms of help, and we've definitely used the inventions of other humans to do it, such as toothbrushes, automobiles, paper, pens, computers, money, clothes, shoes, employment, and school, to name a few forms of help that were discovered or invented by other humans. So we were helped by the past and the present. And we can even help the future like the past helps us. I'll say that last part again. We are helped by the past and the present. And we can even help the future like the past helped us. Or not. Okay, Jason, you public speaking about full help. What does full help feel like to you? I guess that's a deep question. It feels like a full refund. Full help feels like a fully reached goal. Full help feels like a full stomach. Full help feels like a full bank account. Full help is like receiving a healthy, full checkup at the doctor's office. Full help feels like being fully reinstated somewhere you were once kicked out of. Full help feels like having a scholarship paid in full. This is how forms of full help feels like to me at times. The definition of full is not lacking or omitting anything. Complete. That should feel good, right? Let me say those definitions again. Not lacking. Imagine just for real, right now for like 3 seconds. You don't lack anything. All right, go back to being broke as hell. I'm just playing. Wasn't it fun not lacking anything? Yeah, but when I be checking my email and yeah, when I be looking at my text messages and looking through my phone, you start lacking. Okay. Today's topic is about receiving full help. Most of us keep needing help. Now check this out. Please listen to this slow. Most of us keep needing help because we didn't receive full help, which also makes us better helpers if we were helped fully. During slavery, there were no Macy's. Who do you think made the clothes for everybody? Okay. Most of us keep needing help because we didn't receive full help, which means, or which would make us better helpers if we were helped fully. Jason, the master players want to speak. I'm tired of this. Did you say Master Splinter? No, young blood. The master players want to speak. Speak, Master Splinter. I mean Master Player. Jason, I don't have help me problems, brother. I'm a select man, which means many women select me. I don't have all those problems, brother. Women and men love helping me because I'm a selected man. Okay, why are you moving like that? And were you always a so-called selected or select male, sir? No. I had to work my way up to this point. That's what I'm doing. I'm helping the ones that are working towards it versus the men who just want to brag about finally having it more than talking about keeping their so-called mojo. If you got it, it's cool, but let's talk about keeping it. Keep it. I got it. Keep it. How you keep it? And update it. I got it. How you gonna keep it and grow it and look what I got right now. I said to a over there, oh, come on. The definition of select: carefully choose as being the best or most suitable. Okay, that is. That's dope to be a select person. Because that means you're carefully chosen as being the best or most suitable. That's dope to be select. These select men and women know their whys. They do know their whys. And stand on their squares of truth and knowledge. And if they're unsuccessful, they have the ability to take in non-insane correction. Because some of you all's correction styles are insane. But all y'all talk bad about correction departments or in your cities or Department of Corrections. I can't stand the Department of Corrections. Well, I have a question. Who is really correcting humans? Because everybody is this and everybody is that. Who is really correcting humans? Wait, Jason. You better not be trying to correct boss ladies. I respect you, but I'm a boss lady. Don't you try to correct me. La, 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 la. Wait till I get my money right. Looking. Quick question. Can a boss lady help you like a helpmate woman that God talked about in the Bible can help you. Oh, hold on, God. I just got a disclaimer. I'm sorry. By no means am I talking about Unc's wife. I'm talking about Big Snoop Dogg and his lovely wife, his lovely boss lady wife. I'm not talking about you all. Okay? So peace, love, and we're moving forward. The definition of boss lady in the Urban Dictionary is, it defines a boss lady as the woman in control. People see her and instantly feel the need to respect her and do. She runs the show. She's cool, she's collected, she gets the job done. Confident, never looks down, demands respect and gets it. That's a dope definition. Look, if you're a woman, you should have been like, well, look at this definition of a helpmeet. A helpful companion or partner, especially one's wife. I'm just playing. If patience is beneath you, and I ain't got no patience. If patience is beneath you, then love is beyond you. But. You also can't help people long. You can help people, but you can't help them long if they're not assigned to truth. And that's what's going on right now. A lot of people coming to y'all with stories, and you're helping them. But according to law and truth, you cannot help people long if they're not assigned to truth. Many so-called helpmeets. You ever been to a toll road? Many so-called helpmeets on toll roads because they will only ride with you when you pay the right amount of money. And this is a fact. Another reason why she's not helping you, brother, or fully helping you, or even helping you at all, is because she was never assigned to you like that. Or that is not her assignment anymore. She was or is now assigned to hurt you. In some severe cases, I do tell a man that. I'm like, man, from what you just said, it sounded like you wanted her. It didn't sound like she was sent to you. You said that. You put yourself in the mailbox and sent yourself to her. Many westernized women are taught. Now y'all gotta check this out. I don't care, especially young ladies. I love y'all. Like, look, my little nieces, please check this out. Many westernized women are taught to hang out at the finish line and try to date and help. I'll be helping them and try to date and help the winners. Many of the winners will have sex with these women. Girl, he be having sex with me and they'll have sex with you. But they tend to stay with the women who help them to get to the finish lines. Jason, it sounds like he's cheating. They cheating, but they want to. I know it's horrible, but let's just stop there. I'm just telling y'all. Stop acting like this is like, y'all get on my nerves with that. But if we talk about JFK or something, like, I'm sick of that. Stop treating black men like that, and then other cultures like, well, stuff happens. Well, Negro stuff happens with black people. So let's just start at the foundation, okay? Many westernized women are taught to hang out at the finish line and try to date and help the winners. That's cool. Many of these winners, I didn't say all of them. And I don't even care if we argue right now. And I just said many. That's it. You just said that you have an English editing, grammar, identification problem. I'm not arguing with you because I said many of the winners will have sex with these women, but they tend to stay with the women who help them to get to the finish lines. Nobody wifes the finish line groupies. I'll say that again. Nobody wifes the finish line groupies. That could be a Foot Locker commercial. Foot Locker, if y'all use that, y'all owe me some money. Okay. Hypergamy teaches westernized women that they can and will always do better. I teach young women to use their hypergamy differently. Now watch this. Tell me what y'all think. This is funny, but whatever. What if you could help your boyfriend or husband get better and better and better, which changes him and changes him and changes him, making him a better man and then a better man and then a better man. Now look, your hypergamy is more righteous now. You get to have sex with all these different men in one man that actually likes your ass. Jason, what is the definition of hypergamy again? The definition I used is the action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or educational background. Leveling up or monkey branching are some terms used to describe hypergamy. Oh, this is funny. The singer Tamia, Grant Hill's wife, sung a song called "There's a Stranger in My House." Her context of stranger was he's not who he used to be. And I used to always think to myself, I used to say, well, guess who helped him be this stranger? Could this be due to her giving him bad help? Is there bad help and good help and evil help? Well, according to Isaiah 45:7, when a woman walks into a room, God's help is walking into the room. I know a lot of dudes is like, I know a lot of women is like, say that again. Well, according to Isaiah 45:7, when a woman walks into a room, God's help is walking in the room. Jason, you better. And I'm like, she never read Isaiah 45:7. According to Isaiah 45:7, well, I'm going to say now. Now, according to Isaiah 45:7, when a woman, he already said Isaiah 45:7. Shh. Now, according to Isaiah 45:7, when a woman walks into a room, Lucifer's help is walking in the room too. I truly believe that the American family court system is incapable of reading and understanding the verse Isaiah 45:7. So I'm going to read it to them all over the country. That they swear on in court. So it's in the Bible that y'all swear on. Isaiah 45:7. Look it up. He said it too quick. Isaiah 45:7. Which reads, I form the light. Ooh, somebody claiming to form the light. And create darkness. Ooh, who can do that? I make peace. Man, peace is lovely. Well, I'm hearing a lot of good stuff. And create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. And look at y'all giving the devil all the credit. The devil was like, nah, why y'all giving me all the credit? I just do it better than all y'all. I didn't create it. Jason, I don't believe in the devil or negative energies. Oh, you got me with science. This means that daddies and mommies can be bad people. The United States says women are incapable of being bad, so children should always go in their custody. some of my law school studies. Shout out to everybody in law school. Noble Drew Ali said, the thought is the cause of it all. The thought is the cause of it all. And I say that they have been telling us how they've been thinking. And we still believe and participate in the crap shows. So, not too many things are perfect, right? That's why we complain all the time. Not too many things are perfect. But we know timing can be perfect. Or at least best timing can. So I'm going to put on my teacher hat. Jeff needs Sarah to perform 100 tasks. And they both will be rich forever. Sarah's going to live the best life. Jeff is going to live the best life. When they get 100 tasks, their life is going to be done. About 100 tasks. Now, Sarah performs more than 100 tasks at her job per week. Oh my gosh, she's used to doing 100 tasks. Oh, they about to be rich. If she does that with the entrepreneur. Because it says Sarah performs more than 100 tasks at her job per week. Hold on. But Sarah stretches out the 100 tasks she does for Jeff because she is tired from her 100 tasks at her career. Now, Jason, I feel like you judging me. Let me bust that up real quick. Jeff and Sarah only have a certain amount of time to maximize off of their energy mergers. Jason, you going with that science stuff just like Kid and Play did in the 90s. Kid and Play. 90s. What if Kid and Play waited till 2023 to come out with their first album? Since some of you don't believe in best timing or perfect timing, you might advise them to come out, Kid and Play to come out in 2023 with their first album. The best time for them to come out with their music was the 90s. And please have the ability to stay in context. You know, I went to a Kid and Play concert 2 weeks ago and it was magical and, you know, I don't believe in what he... Have the ability to stay in context. So what is the best time for you and your partners to move on that joint venture? I said joint venture. That means y'all both agree to it. Well, you know, I be working, you know, I got this, because your gift will make room for you. Not your careers, and not even a partner will make room for you. So, or even having a partner won't make the best room for you. But your right and wrong careers and your right and wrong partners can make stress and bad health for you, especially if you're seeing the realities wrong. Many people believe that toxic feminism is attempting to war with the divine feminine. One has been here universally since the beginning of time, while the other is gaining traction on certain parts of the planet Earth. Now, you want to be a better helper? Helper in anything. I don't even care if it's hamburger helper. It'll be better. You want to be a better helper? I'll give you 4. Number 1. Let's study. This is not number 1. This is about to be number 1. Let's study the world's greatest helpers. To you, because again, somebody could be philosophical. What's the world's greatest helpers? It's like, God, one of those people. Whatever the world's greatest helpers are to you and the people you like helping. So let's study them. And I'm giving you 4 because I'm saying this universally. So this works with anybody, anywhere, anything. Number 1, what made them great helpers? You'll find a lot of information that you need in there, in that study. So number 1, what made them great helpers? Number 2, What were their testimonials? What did people say about their help? That's a lot of good information there too. Number 3, what did they say they needed to work on? Are you saying they were dubbed as the world's greatest helpers, but they still needed to work on stuff? Correct. What did they say they needed to work on? Number 4, how did they listen? That will be good to get that information of how a great listener listen. I mean, a great helper listen. Because how can you help? Remember, we make that joke all the time. I gave you the shirt off my back, and they've been begging for pants. Because you're a great helper, but you can't listen. And again, if you get in arguments and you're just trying to help, sometimes, I ain't gonna say sometimes, a lot of times it's your fault. You're giving them the shirt off your back and they need some shoes. And you're like, I'm just so confused. I gave you my gloves. I'm like, they needed a jacket. I gave you a jacket. I'm like, they needed medicine. You mean well. You just don't listen. And let's study the worst helpers. The behaviors of the worst helpers. I'll give you 4 there. Number 1, they will use weaponized incompetence. They will use weaponized incompetence. This means where you purposely play dumb about everything. And they'll never give you what you want. Can you please go right with me? So you start creating left realities. Can we please sit and talk? They'll stay busy around that time. They will blame it on not knowing any better. So even in an argument, they be like, I don't know about that. Or I don't. Do y'all understand how disrespectful that is? Would you go to medical school and just start an argument about the medical world, but you don't study nothing about the medical world? Would you just be like, man, I'm about to go to medical school today and get in an argument? No, because you would say, I don't know about that. Would you just go into the legal world and be like, man, I'm about to just walk into one of these classes, start an argument? No, because you don't know about that. But in general arguments, people will literally say, oh, I don't know about that, and continue to argue. It's like, no, it stops there. You don't know about stuff. We can't argue anymore. You don't. Number 2, they don't respect you anymore. Those are the worst helpers. That's why I purposely like asking for help, because that's how you check for certain things. But number 2, they don't respect you anymore. Number 3, they don't believe in you anymore. Number 4, it is very easy for outsiders to get into their ears, into their head about you and against you. Which is a perfect segue to the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Starring John, played by Brad Pitt, and Jane Smith, played by Angelina Jolie. A couple in a stagnating marriage, living a deceptively mundane existence. So they lie every day. They lie to each other every day. Welcome to America. However, each has been hiding a secret from each other. They are assassins working for adversarial agencies. I'm like, man, that sounds like American. When they are both assigned to kill the same target, Benjamin Dens, played by Adam Brody, the truth comes to surface. Finally free from their cover stories, they discovered that they've been assigned to kill each other, sparking a series of explosive attacks. Now, on a serious note about the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith, scientists and researchers and historians are still in strong debate if this movie is a true story or not. A true story for over 70% of couples in America. If y'all watch this movie, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't watch the movie, you're like, hopefully you ain't making a face like that. So, you might want a better half. That's my better half. You might say, no, you might be crazy enough to say, no, my better half doesn't exist. And I'm like, your parents had sex to have you. So you came into this world with teamwork, with your independent ass. Every independent person came into this world with teamwork. Sex is nothing more than teamwork. Well, it was bad sex. It was a bad team. It was bad teamwork. Your better half definition. The definition of a better half is an expression used to refer to your spouse or significant other that you currently love or like. Think about it. That's why you're calling them better. Okay, well, bitter. Your bitter half. Well, the definition of bitter, since we know what half is of people or their feelings or behaviors. Angry, hurt, or resentful because one's bad experiences or a sense of unjust treatment. I don't like how they treat me, so I'm bitter. Now, anything that lines up with your incompatibilities. Now, again, I'm not compatible with that. 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 And I'm over here like, well, why are you doing that? I don't know, but I'm not compatible. Stop doing it. Because anything that lines up with your incompatibilities has an even greater chance of ruining your productivity, your progression, and your life, and the lives of everyone you love most. Can a man's sex drive be turned on, ladies? Yes. Fellas, can a woman's drive to destroy something be turned on? Listen to Dr. Dre say, hell yeah. Just like a woman's drive to help can be turned on. Now, before you want her help, brother, ask her, has destruction ever been turned on in you before? Or in your mother or grandmother? Oh my God, when should we have that conversation? The first date. That is my new style. And I swear, any man that I talk to, or young girl that I talk to, you got to tell them to end things right. Or don't end things with smoke coming from it. Seriously, why can't... Ask her, has destruction ever been turned on before in you? Or in your mother? Ask about her mother first, because she'll probably... Yeah, say her mother, she'll probably be mad at her mom. So say that first. And then ask her about her grandmother. And then ask her about her. And then she'll be like, no, not me, though. God is telling me to move on. I'm going to move on. Does she come from a long line of destroyers? And since humans are temporarily being helped, look how nice I'm being. And since humans are temporarily being helped to destroy other humans and themselves, means that I'm also asking if she comes from a long line of self-destruction, or a more politically correct word, does she come from forms of self-sabotage? Bro, on the first date? Or how about not knowing that information? Does she have the ability to help a man make money, or does she only know how to receive money from him? If she can't properly answer that question, then do business with her. Or do a business partnership agreement project with her. Because that's paperwork. I'm telling you, it's something about paperwork and obligations that make the real come out of a woman. So as soon as business begins, you'll begin to see the real her come out. While in dating and relationships, you can hide that behavior so long. Stop playing with me. Baby, I was late because, in business, I was late. Why are you talking to me like that? This is business. Jason, you're losing me because you're not quoting Bible scriptures. Oh, okay, my bad. Here's some Bible scriptures that support everything that I'm saying about men and women working together, because we do know they create babies, so we're still that smart. Life exists because of them working together, so we're still there, hopefully. But here's some Bible scriptures that support men and women working together in more ways than just sex. Genesis 2:18. Genesis 2:18, if y'all want to write that down. Then the Lord God said, it is not good that the man shall be alone. I will make him a boss chick. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I will make him a helper fit for him. It wasn't boss chick in Genesis. I'm sorry, everybody. So according to the Bible, God thinks off-balance independence movements are idiotic, and women were never made to only focus on herself, her children, and her many, many pets. According to Genesis 2:18, that life will depress her. Maybe I read it wrong. Let me make sure. It is not good that man shall be alone. I will make him a boss chick to look out for herself, focus on her children, get some pets so the dog can bark if anything happens, and she'll shoot at the intruder, and I don't need no man, and I am making up all this. It did say that. So that life will probably depress her. So Titus 2:3-5. Titus 2:3-5. Jason, you the first couple of words gonna get you in trouble. Older women likewise are to be reverent in behavior. Younger women, older women likewise are to be reverent in behavior, not slanderers. Shout out to the beauty salons. Not slanderers or slaves to much wine. Now, I don't see women drinking wine. Come on, Titus 2:3-5, because we don't see women drink too much wine. They are to teach what is good. And so, train the young women, women be getting trained to do what? To love their husbands and children. Time out. Now, time out. Stop. I'm not looking at the chat. Stop. Have y'all ever seen an event, like a flyer, of older women teaching younger women to love their husbands and children? Have anybody? I've never seen that. Okay, I'll read it again. Older women likewise are to be reverent in behavior, not slanderers or slaves to much wine. They are to teach what is good, and so train the young women to love their husbands and children, to be self-controlled, pure, working at home, kind, and submissive to their own husbands, that the word of God may not be reviled. Okay. Another scripture. 1 Corinthians 11:11. 1 Corinthians 11:11. Nevertheless, in the Lord, women is not independent of man, nor man of women or woman. I'll say it again. Nevertheless, in the Lord, women or woman is not independent of man, nor man of woman. So that means any gender war or independence of each other is a great way to destroy your home. According to 1 Corinthians 11:11. Jason said that. No, just according to the scriptures. Proverbs 16:18. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. How are the egos of American helpmates? And how do American helpmates work on their problems humbly if pride goes before destruction? Nothing I said, but if pride goes before destruction, how do they work on their egos humbly? Yeah, that can keep you up at night. That can keep you up at night. How do they work on their pride humbly? Ego humbly. 1 Corinthians 11:9. 1 Corinthians 11:9. Neither was man created for woman, but woman for man. Jason, don't read that. Now you really about to make people deal with their emotions. You make people feel. 1 Corinthians 11:9. Neither was man created for woman, but woman for man. This would make sense. Because every human that I don't know about y'all. I don't know what type of humans y'all mean. But every human that I ever met started off as a sperm cell. And every man, woman, or child started off as a sperm cell. And since sperm cell is the starting point that begins human life, according to child support and the family court system, they actually agree with what I'm saying. Since sperm is the starting point of life that begins human, then everyone should be created for man. Because it was by the man that life transferred to the egg. Don't believe it was alive in man? You don't believe that life is alive in man? Well, how did the sperm know to swim to the egg? Why didn't it just float there? Why didn't it just float there and then the egg goes like this and breathe life into the sperm and then the sperm is alive? The sperm was alive trying to live in the egg. Titus 2:4. Titus 2:4. And so, train the young women to love their husbands and children. And so, train the young women to love their husbands and children. Now, in the U.S., women are just automatically seen as the custodial parent. But according to Titus 2:4, she must be trained to love her husband and children. Jason said women got it. No, according to Titus 2:4. Why modernized women aren't the helpmates of the past? And I know that makes so many modernized women mad. But I got y'all back. I'm number one. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, thank you. Y'all don't like my number one. Number one. Modernized women aren't the women of the past because we aren't living in those times anymore. And history is not respected enough. So the ones that don't know what works don't read to know what works. So what works? So you mean I can find out what works? You mean I can find that out? And we don't live in those times no more. There's nothing new under the sun. We don't live in them times no more. There's nothing new under the sun. Number two, the war on God's helpmates are helpmeets. And independence and isolation are some of the war targets and strategies. So independence and isolation against God's helpmates or helpmeets, that's one of the war targets and strategies. And women are forced to be masculine right now. and feminine at the same time. So imagine, close your eyes. Imagine being up and down, east and west, fat and skinny, short and tall, fast and slow, in and out, right and wrong, all at the same time. That's what a lot of women tell me it feels like to be a woman right now. That's crazy. Righteous women want to be rescued from this modernized trap. They tried it. It's a black hole. You put your toe, I just want to put my toe in. It pulls you in. A lot of righteous women said they want to be rescued from it. While the hyenas are basking in the ambience of having a false sense of power. In close of the last 2022 Sunday Bars. There is nothing like receiving full help. There's nothing like receiving a full scholarship. There's nothing like receiving a full plate when you're hungry. There's nothing like a full tank of gas or full refunds or a full stomach. And again, there's nothing like receiving full help. If it will take 20 tasks or 20 steps to accomplish your highest goals, then are you receiving full help? If your most cherished loved one was having a serious surgery, would you want the surgeon to finish the surgery, or is it cool to quit in the middle of the surgery? So imagine the surgeon working on your loved one, cutting them open. So your loved one is wide open. And watch this. The surgeon works on a few things and then left for the golf course. So your loved one is laying there with a big old hole in them that the surgeon made happen. Now, when the surgeon said at the golf, because the surgeon already made it to the golf course, and the surgeon, you're on the phone like, what, you didn't finish? And the surgeon said, man, hold on. Look at the good that I try to do for your loved one. Totally overlooking the fact that they didn't finish their surgical job on your loved one. How many of you are receiving full help on the task outside of your control? Remember, this ain't no baby topic of you shouldn't need no help. You can't do nothing outside of your control. So stop playing with me. And you can attract the help that you receive outside of your control by being on a level that level has to work with. What happens when you raise up? You don't deal with that. But what happens? New levels, new devils. And angels. So, how many of you are receiving full help on the task outside of your control? Or are you just laying there with holes in your life or projects waiting for a full surgery? Meaning, one person will do all they can do, and they can. And the people meant to affect your life will do the rest. However, we have the free will to allow the best and worst people in our lives. Men, full help comes from full compatibility. Full compatibility comes from knowing your purpose and mission. Knowing your best purpose and mission allows the man to know what he needs to get there. I thought we was talking about the woman. Now I'm talking about the woman. If she likes his there, she will merge her divine feminine to his divine masculine, and they both will co-create another type of baby. Since we know the nickname of a business or project that we're passionate about is called our babies. It's a business baby. Now, if built right with the right help, these projects will feed your grandchildren, which are more than just a business or project baby. They are your legacy of being on this earth. I will stop it here. Thank you for joining me for the last Sunday Bars presentation of 2022. I hope these 52 Sunday Bars in a row helps you win your year. Looking forward to building with you next time. Let's work. Now we're going to chop it up. Peace and love. Peace and love.